Hey everyone, Jose32 back again with another deck review, and it is the Karnival Dose deck. This is a deck that I never really planned on getting, but then I placed an order with Penguin Magic, which I should probably show the rest of the stuff, and I probably will. But anyway, I placed an order and I'm like, what the hey, I'll throw this in there anyway. Now the only deck I don't have in the series is the Dead Eyes, which I'm waiting on the new version to come out. And now that I think of it, I could have gotten a set with all 6 Karnival decks, and I would have gotten this one and the Dead Eyes to complete my set, and I could have used the others for contest prizes. And I was just thinking, I saw that yesterday, and like, damn, I should have bought that instead of just buying this one deck. I would have gotten both decks, and I would have had some decks for prizes and whatnot. But, whatever. Now that I got this one, I'm not going to buy the set just to get one deck. I'll wait for version 2 to come out. Anyways, this is what the cards look like. You can't tell by looking at the box if it's a bicycle deck, if it's a Karnival deck, or what or who the hell makes it. It just has a face on it with tape on the eyes, stitches and tape on the mouth. And it looks like it's drooling from the hole in it where the nose is supposed to be. I don't know if you can tell, but it's drooling or bleeding from the nose, and also it looks like spray paint or blood dripping from the head. And it's just got splatter all over it. That's what the front of the box looks like. How exciting. This side says Made in USA. This side brought to you by CarnivalInc.com. Don't worry about that. It's not an injury. It's dry, cracking fingers. Not very fun, and it makes harder to use the cards, but whatever. On the top here, it says something. All I see is an E. I can't tell exactly what it is. It could say Karnival Dose, as far as I'm concerned. That's probably what it says. And then you got 2 of those faces and a black seal. On the bottom, CarnivalInc.com, some trademark information, a barcode with a Jack of Clubs reveal, and it says artwork by Sam Hales, DosePro.com. Also designed a Bicycle Samurai deck. This will look so much better, hopefully, once I get the new camera in. And then the back of the cards, exactly the same as the front, except for your seal. Flap, nada, nothing. Open up the cards. Here's what we get. First of all, we get an ad card for Karnival Inc., which is pretty interesting. It's got that same face, it's got skulls. What would a Karnival deck be without skulls? And then here we got like a stick man with that head, and it's got a question mark on his top hat, and it says, you will choose the 4 of clubs. It's a reveal. And look at this, he's holding a skull and what looks like a beer. That's kind of interesting. And then you also get a, that's not what I'm looking for. You also get a double backer. And yes, it is a one-way design. One of my only main, things that I dislike about this deck. The rest of the cards, very interesting. Maybe not for everyone's taste, but all the cards seem to have skulls on them. They have skulls and crossbones in the corners. They got these interesting borders and just all sorts of interesting stuff on the cards themselves. Like I said, there's skulls on them. There's writing, which you have no way of making out. It's like pictures from, it looks like they're pictures from old books or something like that. Court cards have tape over the eyes. The mouths have been stitched up and taped. Another thing to note, the pips look like they've been splattered with blood. And the court cards, they basically got the same outline as a regular bicycle court card, except that there's a lot less color, a lot less detail And that's, I guess, the best way to describe that. All the cards, by the way, not only do they have one-way backs, they also have one-way faces. At least from what it seems. And that, the reason for that, like, if you look at this court card here, you'll see that there is, I don't know if you can tell, I don't think you can tell, but the court card definitely has like a stain here in the corner, a stain. It's got like some stains on the top, a stain here you can see, but there isn't one over here. Also, some of these designs are a little bit different, so it's definitely one-way faces. All the cards are like this one. It's got writing that's different from one side to the other, so they're all one-way designs. Here's some more cards for you to look at. This one's got like an anatomy drawing on it. You see in all sorts of health books and whatnot. And I'm just trying to not mix up the cards here too much. This one's got like the anatomy of a head on it. Some more anatomy type pictures. This one's got different parts of a skeleton. All anatomy type stuff. And if you look at them, all the 10s are going to have the same skull in the middle of them. All the 7s are going to have the same skeleton parts. There's another, I don't see exactly the same. And again, one way. If you turn it around, you see one way like this. The other way you turn it around, it's different. So it's completely one way in every way. The aces, very interesting. All the aces look like this, by the way. There's a big big pip in the center, very big pip. They have a skull and crossbones in the two indices. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's got a skeleton on top with syringes, more syringes on the bottom. You got a couple of skulls, and it says Carnival Dose. And then there's some stars. A couple of stars here on top, some leaves, all sorts of stuff going on in that ace. And that one's kind of cool. Interesting, at least. Skulls. And again, there's the ace of spades. Exact same thing, except a different spade pip. A lot of details in these cards. Sixes, they just have skeletons on them. There's another one. And then I'll get to the tilgers in just a moment. A couple more aces there. Very interesting, to say the least. The Joker, there's two Jokers, obviously. This one has a skull in a top hat, and it looks like he's wearing a suit and tie. And it says Joker on both sides with a big J above Joker. And then they got this little kind of a design, swirly type design in the corners. And he's actually wearing a button that has the same face as on the back of the cards, where my finger is, although you can't tell. This one is exactly the same except no top hat, and he's got an Ace of Hearts reveal in his skull. Kind of interesting. And the Jokers, as you may have noticed, they do stand out in the deck, so that's always cool. Makes it easier to find them. Cards, they handle pretty nice, they dribble nice. As you've seen, they do spread nice. And they do fan quite nice. Although in the end they are just a standard air cushion finish as far as I know. It doesn't say what kind of finish is on it, but at least not from what I can recall. But I assume it's just a standard air cushion finish. It does have white borders. Actually, if you look at the borders on the cards, you can't tell, but they are also one way because they just look one way. Anyway, some of them are slightly off-centered, no big deal. The only big issue I have with this deck, and why I didn't get it sooner, is because it has an awfully one-way back design. But now, after having gotten the Smiling back deck, the Smiling Assassin's deck, it kind of changed my tune on the one-way design a little bit, and I figured, what the hey. And actually, I gotta check out Dan and Dave's site today because they got a new deck supposedly coming out today that has. It also has a bit of a one-way design and some very interesting cards. And I will review it once I get it. And that is the Tungsten deck. That's a very interesting name, Tungsten. I'm also awaiting the last deck order from them, which is the Fulton's Clip Joint deck. Another interesting name. Pretty interesting, although somewhat standard looking cards. Look forward to those once I get them. Reviews on those, that is. And that, my friends, is review on the Karnival Ghost deck. Definitely pick it up if you're interested in skulls and crossbones and skeletons and death. And definitely pick it up if you're interested in the Karnival series and you want to complete that series. And definitely pick it up if you're into collecting cards. But if you're just looking for cards to perform magic with, or cards to do floor scene with, maybe not the best because of the one-way back design. However, they do have a new version coming out with a two-way back design with two faces on it, and a more standard box that says Bicycle or Karnival on it. I don't remember which one it is. It's called the Dos Redux, or Dos V2. So look forward to that, hopefully in the next couple months. And I apologize for going so long. I hate going so long, but it happens. Either you like it or you don't like it. If it's too long for you, don't watch the videos. I apologize again. I'll try to speed it up. And that is my review on the Karnival Dose deck. See you next time.